Hi, Michael from Doing Life Together. Pleasure to be with you and to spend some more time with you this week. This week from the beautiful sunny beaches just outside of Perth, Western Australia. Over the past few weeks, we've been taking the time to share with you some of the foundational principles, the key building blocks, if you will, of the work that we do with organisations, schools, individuals and communities right across Australia. These principles, these building blocks, underpin everything that we do. We hope that they're giving you an insight, a glimpse, if you will, into our heart, into our mind, into how we journey through life with other human beings. Last week, we started to look at the idea or the concept of story. That is, the unique set of experiences, moments, memories, passions, personality, characteristics, skills, talents that make you you, that make a community, that make a school, an organisation. We talked about how our stories or understanding the stories of others changes the way we work, the way we operate, the way we connect, the way we do life together. This week, I want to build a little bit upon the idea of dreams and aspirations within our story. You see, having something to dream for, to long for, to aspire to, something that we so passionately want to change, to do different, to grow, to create, to make, that's what drives us as human beings. A purpose, if you will, or hope. You see, as human beings, when we have purpose, when we have hope, it's easier to get up in the morning. We get up with energy and enthusiasm and want to take on the day because we know what we're here to do. When we don't have hope, when we struggle to find hope or purpose, it's very difficult to go throughout our day-to-day lives. This is the same for a family, for an organisation even, for a school, for a community. All of these things, all of these people, these collectives need hope to thrive. So what happens when we don't have hope? Well, in the community space, when a community fails to see how things could be different tomorrow, how things are possible or change could happen or take place, a community loses the desire to do things differently or try new things or experiment. In a school setting, when we feel like we can't go anywhere or the system is trapping us, or we feel like we don't really have a lot of say or a lot of ability to change what's taking place, when we don't have hope, we find it tough to go about our day-to-day duties in a classroom or in an outside setting. For an individual, a child or an adult, when we sense we have hope, when we feel like we have something to aspire to or that things could be different or we have something we want to do or achieve for the greater good, we move ourselves forward. When we don't, we often find ourselves stuck in patterns of negative thinking or feeling like we can't do anything or can't move or feeling like what's the point, why give it a go, why try something new. But when we have hope, we innovate, we're creative, we change, and we believe that things are possible. Do you remember, or some of you might, when you were younger, doing a dream board or a vision board? They were all the rage back in the 90s particularly and earlier, where you were asked to look at what are your dreams for life? What do you want to see happen? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve in your life? And you cut out pictures from magazines and you wrote words and drew pictures and word clouds. And you got excited about what was possible. That's what we're talking about, hope. Something can be different, something can change. Life is worth journeying through. So it's important in all our work with organisations, individuals, schools or communities that we cultivate hope, that we cultivate possibility, opportunity, innovation, creativity. How do you do that? How do you offer those conversations? How do you offer that invitation? That's what we want you to think about this week. We want you to take some time to think to yourself, how do I cultivate hope? This can be done through asking people, what are their dreams, what are their aspirations, what do they want to see change in the world? In fact, we're seeing this right now in some incredibly young activists getting involved in global conversations, wanting to see something different, not sitting back, believing something can be different, longing for that purpose. What would it be like if the first conversation we had with a family that we were working with was, what are your dreams? What do you hope for? What do you want to see different? What would it do if our lens in every conversation was cultivating hope? So this week, start with yourself. Find some space to journal, record an entry, write a song, a poem, a lyric about it, whatever it might be. And ask yourself, what are your hopes and dreams? And what do they mean to you? And how can I cultivate that same experience in those around me? If you're struggling at the moment and you're struggling to find hope or find something that could change or be different or a greater good or a greater purpose, then talk to somebody about their dreams, about their aspirations, what they see in you, what they see are your gifts, are your talents, are your passions, are your skills, what they see you as being incredibly good at. And ask them what dreams and visions they might see that you could start aspiring to. Been a pleasure to spend time with you. Have a great week, and we look forward to talking more very soon.